you guys? Marty here. What I wanted to do was the last lesson that I filmed was the we're in the D minor pentatonic with the root on the E string. And I saw some comments where people were like, does this, how do I plug this in, or does this work for every pentatonic? And yeah, it's just all about plugging in the root. And in fact, all scales and chords that I think of where that root is, and then use my shape that's based around that root. So that's really important for you to know that. I've talked about it a lot. It's on the site. It's on my DVDs too. So the last thing we did was we played this D minor pentatonic scale. And then I showed you the extended run, but using hammer-on, slides, and pull-offs to help develop speed, like this. All right, so what I want to do now is, I've showed this before, but we're going to do that same pentatonic scale, same key, so we're in D, the D minor pentatonic still, but we're going to find that D on the A string. So I have the open A string, whole step to B, half step to C, whole step to D. So it's the 5th fret of the A string. So first we're going to zoom in, I'm going to show you that shape, and then I'm going to show you the extension for that. And we're going to use the exact same concept with the hammer-on, slides, pull-offs, all that to develop speed. But now we have another run. When you put both of these runs together, you're almost covering the entire fretboard. There's only a couple little spots that you would need to fill in to really be able to play up and down the whole neck. I mean, obviously, just like anyone, you got to spend time, developing these ideas, but here's another piece of the puzzle. Ready? Here we go. So here, when we find the root on the A string, we go like this. We're going to use index finger on the 5th fret of the A string, and we go up to the 8th with our pinky. Sometimes you can use your ring, but try and use your pinky. As you know, I've said pinky time. Then we're going to go 5-7 on the D, 5-7 on the G. Then we're going to go 6-8 with the middle finger and pinky, which is different than what we've done in the other position. And then 5-8 on the high E. So watch, here's the fingering. 5-8, 5-7, 5-7, middle finger, 6-8, pinky, index, 5-8. Then we have 5-8 on the low E. And the reason I didn't do that right off the bat is because the root's not on that string anymore. So that's still part of the scale though. So when you're running that scale, right away the blues note is on the 6th fret of the D string. So you can add that immediately. Okay, another thing that's to check out here, this is one of my personal Marty Schwartz tricks that I just developed as I practiced this, for, years and years. It sounds really good when you're practicing the scale to go like this. When you're on the B string, when you've been practicing the scale. There's a cool lick that you can just, and it just sounds more musical when you do this. I wouldn't say do it every single time, but basically it's, you got middle, pinky, on that B string, and then index finger on, that 5th fret of the high E, and then go back down right, instead of going, go like this, skip the 8th fret on the B string on the way down, like this. Here it is again, from the root. Check it out in if I improvise. couple other things. Instead of middle and pinky, you could get your index finger there and ring finger here, if you know you're setting yourself up for it, and then bend that B string on that 8th fret. And then you could add your pinky on the 8th of the high E. That's a cool trick too. If you know you're going to do it, instead of middle and pinky, you could shift to index and ring. And then you're going to have to use your ring finger to get back into the proper position. And that sounds great. Pinky, index, middle. Also, the 8th fret on the high E, with your ring finger there, you bend that up, and that's bending up to the root. So there's some every position of the pentatonic you learn has its own set of cool licks, and you really diversify your playing if you know all the positions. And we're just focusing on this one right now, but you see where you could go. One other cool trick: index finger, middle finger, and play it as a double stop. So you can see I was adding a lot of stuff to that.